Welcome back to Open Window. Michelle Boykins is here with us today, lifestyle specialist, wellness lifestyle specialist. And we've been talking about a lot of stuff. You've got so much to talk about. Tell us and to empower us with, because it's important that we look at our health right now, because we are a nation that has been cited for poor health.
Oh my goodness.
And obesity, et cetera, right. Especially in our young children.
That's right.
We talked about going to the supermarket. We talked about organic foods. And I'm going to only spend a little bit of time on this because there was something that was brought up during our break here, and that was, if right now we know that organic foods are more expensive than the processed ones over here that stay on the shelves for whatever, however long, because we know that chemicals have been added. One of the crew members said, well, maybe, and this is a tradition here, or this is just a known fact, if more people begin to buy it, the price will go down. But you were saying something about that.
Yeah, the price may not go down because more and more people are buying it. That's why you're seeing more and more organic products on the market. But it is about money. It is about economics. And the reason why the organics cost more is because they are perishable. And that's what they are, perishable. That's why you get the added price. And what they're doing with the conventional produces, they actually are irradiating it. In other words, they add radiation to it before it gets to the market, so that the fruits and vegetables will continue to look like they're fresh and brightly colored and healthy. In reality, by the time they get to your shelf, they're already rotten. But the radiation makes them look right. And you've been in the store, bought a nice, pretty tomato, all red, and bite into it, and there's absolutely no flavor to it. And that's because it's already rotten. So the price difference is more because of the shelf life. And the reason why they're assaulting our foods to the degree that they are is so that they can make more money by being able to keep it on the shelf longer. And they know we don't care, because we don't take the time and we look at the price as opposed to the nutritional component. So they know we're going to buy the rotten stuff because they can sell it to us cheaper, because we're going to look at that more so than what is going to be what is going to be what's going to support my health. And see, this doesn't begin to haunt us until one day we wake up in the emergency room with some sort of severe illness, and now we are on the medical merry-go-round. That's when the price and the cost comes into play.
Wow, interesting. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up that was brought up during our break there was that we oftentimes look at the labels that say sale by a certain date, rather than going and looking at those labels that say this was made on this date, because that's really significant.
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you, pretty much most of the products that's on the shelf that even have an expiration date, most of that stuff we don't need to be consuming anyway, because you already know it's overly processed. It's got all kinds of things in there to keep it on the shelf for a long period of time. So going back and looking at when something was actually picked off the vine or actually baked in the ovens and that sort of thing is important. And what you'll find is that most of the produce, the reason why it's already dead, it was picked a month ago. So, and usually it was green picked, so it means it was picked even before it had a chance to ripen, before the nutrition got into it. And that's why, again, going back to the noni, they actually have harvesters that are trained and certified to know exactly when to pick that fruit off the tree.
You've been talking about noni, and we're going to get into that in our next session. But before we do that, quickly, let's look at, we've looked at nutrition. There's so many other things that cause us to have health problems in America.
Let's do some basic things people need to do. We don't drink enough clean water, and I'm saying emphasis on clean. So people, oh gosh, the stories I could tell you. So a lot of people think that all the heart disease is, the heart attacks that we're having is coming because of the cholesterol. People don't understand that they're finding out that when you consume water with chlorine in it, it hardens the arteries. And so a lot of people are actually having these heart attacks. It has nothing to do with the diet. It's because of the chlorine in the water.
We're probably going to have to do a show number 2 because you're bringing out so much stuff here. We got to take another break. Stay tuned now. Don't you dare go away. Right here on Open Window. Eliminating those foods such as salt, sugar, specific oils, and flour that are toxic to the body will cause drastic changes, making a healthier you. An optimum good diet containing an abundance of high nutrient foods is so essential to good health. It provides energy and a sense of well-being for the inner you.